parents. So let's just jump right into segment 1, helping versus hindering our kids. My question is, are we helping children find their voices? Because there is a difference. Okay, star party.
Hey.
Because there's a difference between raising obedient children and raising authentic children. I feel like, and it's such a thin line between raising them to do what you said, but also giving them the freedom to be them. And I think like our generation, like 30 to probably like 45, are right there where it's like we don't want to be as controlling as our parents, but sometimes we get too loose and too fluid, and then the kids be like running all over the place. So I'm like, and I'm asking the chat too, like, how do we raise confident yet obedient children?
Let me ask you a question though. I'm glad you said that. So, do you feel like you listen to your parent during like 15, 16, 17, or are you like looking back on that saying, oh, this was the lesson? Did you learn the lesson after?
See, I was different. I definitely, I don't know if I learned the lesson because she was telling me or teaching me the lesson, but I definitely learned the lesson from like those around me. Like, okay. I was really good with like...
You were the vicarious kid.
Yeah, but see, I have, still currently, like I had a mouth on me. Like me and Kari was just like my husband. We were just walking. And I told him, like, I feel like I did need a husband that would like, hey, now hold on now, because I am definitely, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to say I don't listen to authority, but I've just always had a mind of my own. I've always been able to kind of like Riley, like articulate this mind of my own. So I know, like, when I look back, I'm like, oh shit, I know raising me was hard. Raising me was hard, but I did always listen to good counsel, and I always did learn from others' mistakes. Like, I didn't have to make the mistake to learn from it. So I did stay out of a lot of trouble that way. Like, I seen what XYZ did for her, so why would I go and do those same things?
I was her that you learned from.
No.
Yeah, I was her. I had to learn the lesson.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Like, I feel like all children are different. Mm-hmm. All children are different. Some really do have to learn that lesson. But some children, I feel like when it comes to discipline, just don't have a voice. Like, the parent is just so demonstrative that they don't have a voice. Like, we want to be able to know, like, how our children feel about our parenting, or no?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you also break the cycle too. So I think that all humans go through a cycle cognitively where they're learning the groove, right? And so like when we keep interrupting that cycle, I think we're breaking it, and they're not really fully understanding to the right capacity of like the gravity of whatever they're doing or whatever they're learning.
That's hard for a parent though, to watch your baby make a mistake.
Oh
my God, Paige, I'm not ready. Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you, I mean, I guess you just stay in prayer and you know, like, they gonna bump their head, they'll figure it out. And when they're here, I'm here to help them through it.
Right. But I mean, I think learning, especially coming from like a strong single parent household.
Same.
And then being married.
Same.
And raising your child through like a 2-parent household, like really like creates the difficulty.
Yeah, because you...
that's interesting.
That's a really good point. I wish I had one of those.
If you was on my show, I would say that was a hot take.
Right, because that really is good. And now you're speaking, like you said, to the parent because of the fact that we're used to our moms being the one to like, Mrs. Make It Happen.
Okay.
We're used to... So... That's in us. And now we have a man that's like, you know, wait a minute now. Like, we got to make it happen. And I'm like, oh, shit, all right, done XYZ. You got to have to.
That makes it difficult. But.
Yeah, tell it from a husband's aspect.
Yeah.
What is it like raising someone with a...
Look, she been on the show like, what, 5 minutes. She got an oh shit already.
Hey,
it's a great
drop
show.
some stars for my girl.
So, I was just gonna ask, but like, it's gotta make it easier in some ways if it's making it difficult, right?
Do you feel like you find, and I'm going to use you for an example since I didn't bring mine, right?
On the grill.
So do you feel like you find your wife in a space where she lives in that independence piece and you got to consistently like remind her or show her like that learning curve? Like, hey.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, and not in all ways, obviously, but there are still ways.
You know the number one way I always
something
think
small,
of?
which that's a small one.
You know what I was about to
go
say?
ahead and take it from
When
here.
we first had Riley, not even first had her, like during that car seat stage.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
He would always say, get your baby and go in the house. But I would get the baby, get the diaper bag, get my purse, then I go to, and he would get so frustrated, like, just get your
You
baby.
got the keys in your mouth. You try to get down to the doorknob to unlock it.
He just be so, like, he used to always get so angry. Like, how many times I gotta tell you? Just go in the house.
But
get
like,
your baby. All you gotta wear, you the mama. Yeah. You get your baby. Y'all go in the house.
And period.
I'll get everything. And I had, like, why would somebody have to tell me that more than once? That's crazy.
That's real.
Because it's just like, I guess we're so used to like watching our moms juggle it all. You just
thank you for the stars.
pick it up where they like left off, and
it's
like
engraved in you a little bit. Like I watched my mom go from catching a bus to switching her car out every 2 years, living in government assisted homes to owning her own home to remodeling it every year. Like she showed me so much power in a woman that, you know, I'm like, it lives in me too.
Right.
Like, I'm not saying boss. But going back to our kids, I just think it's like what we were saying. So you feel like you're able to listen to your children without controlling them. Because I feel like coming from that single mom, and I love my mom. She in Jamaica now. Otherwise, she'd probably be on the live.
Shout out to Mama D. Hold on, I got to get my soundboard. Shout out to Mama D, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to be in Jamaica.
I feel like being that single mother, she didn't have the patience to listen. You know what I mean? I'm holding all this shit together. And like I just said, she was elevating us. We weren't just standing still. So, like, to not only be holding it down, but elevating us, keeping us in activities, pushing me to my fullest potential. When it came to, like, just like learning curves and disputes, she didn't have the energy. Like, I felt like I didn't really have a voice. And knowing me, I'm the type of person, I'm going to stand on the table. You're going to hear me. And so that came across as like disrespect.
I think when you lack time, right? You just have to continue to parent. Like, you don't, that's that cycle that I was talking about, like that growth cycle. Like, you can't allow it because you don't have time for a mistake or for error.
Yeah.
And I don't think that they really understood that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then and they didn't really have time for it either.
And I, like, 36-year-old me understands that, but I feel like teenage me did not understand that. So one thing I really want to do for our teens and our parents is kind of start the conversation of, we want to listen to them and we don't want to control them. We want our children to have voices. We want our children to be able to go out into this world and be able to articulate. Like, communication really saves it all. If you think about anything, a simple conversation could solve it. Whether that be marriage, your employer,
anything,
your sister, your friend. Like, it's so we want to teach them how to use their voice. Like, their voices are so important. So I don't know how, like, we push those shy kids to the front to use their voices, but then, like, children like me and Riley, I don't know how you, like, I don't want to say tame them. What's the word I'm looking for, babe? When teaching children like me.
Redirection.
Is okay.
Redirection.
Yeah. Because, like, Riley's first thing is the demand. Then the second thought is please. And I'm like, no, lead with please.
But this is that learning curve at her young level. Like, this is a learning curve. So, like, what do they do when you bring them home? They're demanding. They're crying. That's a demand. And they're manipulative. Like, if you think of an infant, newborn, 1-2 days old, they're demanding you. Like, you got to give me this bottle or I'm not going to shut up.
When I say Riley first day home was so demanding, she lost her voice.
Oh.
Like, that girl screamed. She was like, it was almost like I felt like she was mad because she was already 42 weeks. Then she didn't want to come out.
Oh.
Then when she was coming out, when I was pushing her out, she was swimming back in. So it's like when we got her home, she was like pissed. Like, y'all know I don't want to be here.
Right. Period.
And I'm like, and that attitude has carried for the last 3 years. But my whole point is,
leave my baby alone.
No, and I love her because who she get it from? I can't be mad.
Right.
Who she get it from? But my whole thing is, it's a thin line between guidance and silencing. And I feel like I had such a strong personality. I was silenced, and I definitely don't want, and I don't think parents were even trying to silence me, but I just don't want, like, our new generation, our babies, to feel silenced. Like, I really want them to have, like, a safe place to exercise those voices, and I want parents to be equipped to hear it, because sometimes a child can tell you a hard truth and you don't want to hear that.
Oh, that's hard.
It hurts when it comes from your baby.
No, from a kid. Kids are brutal. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think as a resource, 2 questions that would be good, like when you're in the midst of like teenage or child communication, is like, are you looking to be heard right now, or you just need somebody to listen?
Right.
Or, you know, or are you looking for advice? I think that was like a communication that me and Jai, my 15-year-old, have like been able to kind of like get.
I love y'all so bad.
Oh.
Y'all relationship is really, really good, just because of the fact that one thing you and Jai teach me is it doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be honest and it has to be talked about. The fact that she feels so comfortable talking to her mom, and you feel comfortable talking to her.
Yeah,
like,
we talk about everything.
Can we talk about how some parents will hide things from their, and it's like, your kid see it. Your kid knows it. So don't hide. Like, if you want BS, you cannot hide from your baby. You have to be honest, and you guys are honest with each other. But this is a good question. I'm glad you brought you and Jai up, because you do have a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody says, oh, wait till they become a teenager. Like, everybody always says, like, that's when, you know, it's going to hit the fan.
There's a lot of apprehensiveness for like parents, like coming out of just adolescence, going into like all of these different stages, like this is the circle of life. And so like going through all of these different stages, yes, I do feel like, oh, excuse me guys. I do feel like it's unknown. If you're walking into a jungle and you don't know.
Anybody in the chat got apprehensions for the teen years? I got it for sure. Kari, how you feeling about teen years?
They're tough. No lie.
I feel like we already a three-nager.
Teenager. Cause mom.
I feel like it's a preview for sure.
And sometimes she just be attacking me, and I be like, "What?
Go find somebody else.
I'm your girl." But she loves her mama down, and so that gives me hope. If I can just always keep the relationship, like, you know, I'm her safe place, I'm her comfort. When it's all said and done, what you about to
y'all, I had to.
It's
I'm back.
because we missed you.
It's 2 safe places.
It is 2 safe
okay.
places.
Don't be leaving my boy out now.
Kari is definitely a safe place. I feel like she just turns to us for different things. Like,
as she should.
He's the responsible one. Like, if she knows she needs, you know, a hitter, she gonna go for her dad. But like, if it's like, oh, I hurt myself, oh, I want cuddles, then it's gonna be like, she wants that nurturing. She's gonna come to me for the nurturing. But one thing about the teen years that I kind of just want to be ahead of, and like, we've all dealt with this, where it's like the older generation just don't get it. Mm-hmm. You know what? When the LL Cool J, they be like, parents just don't understand. But how do we become understanding parents?
Listen, pause. Hold
on, they say teenage is not for the weak of heart.
It's not.
Who said it?
Boys through the emotional parts of puberty as well as girls. So a lot of people have been talking about boys and their emotions lately.
Yeah, I made a post, right? And I said, parenting in general is hard, but I can only imagine what it's like raising the head of someone's future household. Yeah. And men were coming on saying, like, no, raising men is hard.
It's impactful though. Like, to unpack that piece alone, like, I have 2. I have a 13 and I have a 15. Mm-hmm. So I have like, I'm in over my head.
Ooh,
So
Tiffany
I felt.
said, Tiffany, that's a good bar. I feel like that is a good way to give them a voice, but still teach them respect and obedience. You can say anything you want, but it's how you say it. And it is how you say it. Mm-hmm. That's why I tell Riley, you can be shy, you can be sleepy, you can be scared, but you can't be rude.
Yeah. Okay.
Someone said hi to you, say hi. Like, girl, we ain't about to be here all day. Say
Even
hi.
if you got to give them a little wave, you know.
I'll take it, but don't be rude. But one thing I was saying, so you said take that pause and listen. Tiffany, you've also raised teenagers. Oh, Leticia said, I think we should teach them how to use their voices. However, there needs to be framework or script, for the lack of a better word, to do so. There is still a level of respect that must be had. There is still a level of respect that needs to be had. How do children learn respect, though? How do children become disrespectful?
What you do in your house
Is that
comes out your
Period.
front door.
Listen.
Hey, I've been living by that, like, as a child, as a adolescent, as a teenager. Like, that was like something that my grandparents like instilled in us. So like, they treated us with respect.
That's where I'm at.
You know what I mean? So like,
it's not, respect is not a one-sided thing. Respect doesn't come with age. Respect doesn't come with a job title. Like, my pastor just told us this Sunday. He said he hates when people tell children. Well, he didn't say hate, but he said he doesn't like when people will tell a child, oh, when you grow up, you gonna be something. And he was like, no, you already something. Like, God put purpose in you when you were born. God put purpose in you when you were conceived. Like, you have purpose. And because you have purpose, you deserve respect. Like, put some respect on that baby's name. Put some respect. But I do get, you know, there's different levels. Like, you know, Riley want to put on lipstick. And it's like, no, you know, you're a child. There's certain things that children can do that adults can do that children can't. But the whole respect thing, I think the way you raise respectful children is by being respectful. But I do think some parents use fear, you know, to make their children obedient and respectful. And it's like, your children are really...
Or more, right?
Yeah.
So it's more. Like,
it's like they don't really respect you. They scared of you.
I came from a home that used spankings or whoopings, as we call them in our community, whoopings, you know? Spanking. So like...
Oh, I'm so torn with spankings because sometimes I just be like, she need her little hand tap.
Oh, or tail.
But I came from that too. And a lot of times what comes with the spankings, though, is a lot of verbal abuse too. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Because I told you, and it's like, I don't know. But I feel like people who get whooped, who got the spankings, are afraid to spank, and then they're raising little monsters.
I like what Tiffany just said.
What did Tiffany say?
One of the most comforting things as a parent is knowing that no matter what our teens experience, they're confident they can come to us. They know we will always listen, even if we don't like it. They know we are always there. Yeah.
That's kind of like what Pastor was saying.
Well, definitely, I mean, having your kids in a position or with the confidence to feel like they could come to you with everything is definitely like a comforting thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's definitely something you want. Like, even Riley at 3 being able to tell us what the hell is going on at school, and like,
man, and we was able to get her up out of there.
Well, I'm just
that was crazy. Like the level.
But she's been right every time. Like, if she says, "Oh, this person is messing with me in school," when we go and ask, it's like, "Yeah, he bad." You know what I'm saying?
Her brother just passed away. She's acting all like she be dead on.
Yeah,
like,
but that's a good scenario. Like, are we providing excuses for our children's behavior because of what we're doing in our homes?
Yeah, we are.
Is
the
that
answer to your question?
Is that something that, I mean, like, are you like setting them straight, or like what do you think about that? Like, how do you feel?
I feel 100% that people will make excuses for what's happening. Oh, he's just shy. He not shy. You done stole the baby voice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he not bad. Like, you at home bullying him. Mm-hmm. And so he's going to go bully, my baby.
Yeah, so he's so calm and nice at home, but he is a ball of fire at the school.
No, they definitely go to school and mimic home, which is why it's just so important to, like, have your mental health, have your home together, which brings us into segment 2. Like, the village matters. People always say it takes a village to raise a child, but where's the parents' village? Where's my village? Who's helping me raise this baby? You know what I mean?
Now you know you got them wives.
But I feel like
I got the wives.
Hey, hold on, man.
Where the wives at?
Where the wives at? Drop some stars if you a white. No, let me
What they say? What they say? Where them fans at? No, where
Shout
them
out to
wives?
The wives already been in here fooling, had a star, like 2-star parties already.
They done had 2-star parties.
Yeah,
I
trust
gotta
me, they
keep.
going up.
Uh-oh.
Don't tempt them with a good time.
Don't tempt the rich wives with a good time. I'm trying to get
That's what we should have been named. Okay,
rich
the
wives.
rich
Wives, man.
wives.
the rich wives of Detroit. I wouldn't have been anything.
Ma'am.
I keep it with wives.
What did Pastor say?
Right.
Come on.
Look at that.
What did Pastor
The
say?
head, not the tail.
Okay.
But I feel like we need support too. Like that's why what we're doing Saturday is so important. Parents deserve the support and we deserve resources because, like you said, it's more than a notion to get a child up and ready to school every day, run them around to all these different activities, these sports, and don't mess around and have more than one.
Oh, please.
Look, you can write a book.
Didn't I just tell you I was time challenged, and that is why?
Having children and getting them everywhere they need to be is a lot. But in that, we have to take care of ourselves. Do you know who is the best mom? Do you know what a best mom's quality is?
Self-care?
A happy mom.
A happy mom.
A happy mom is the best
I guess
mom.
I'm giving you the ingredients to get
how
that
to be
happy,
a happy
mom.
mom. The ingredients, like the self-care. But I think we come from, especially being minorities in America, we come from a long cycle of, just getting it done and gotta be strong. We just gotta be strong. Just get it done. I was raised by a strong black woman. And it's like, I don't feel like just being strong is enough anymore.
I don't either, but how do we break that cycle of like...
We just gonna have Pretty Powerful and Girl Talk 2.0 link up and just keep speaking life into these parents, giving them resources, planning,
Yes.
different events. Like one thing from doing my events that I've noticed is like, it really is like an opportunity to take that break. And something that really fills up someone's cup is saying, oh my God, I'm not alone. Mm-hmm. Girl, me too. And you'll be surprised just from conversation. Like, I'm having a hard time potty training. And then people start sharing tips on potty training. And then it's like, I went home and I did it and it worked.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm having a hard time helping my son find his voice. He's so shy. I don't know how to get him out of his shell. Well, I did this or I did that. Or I took him to go see this therapist. Oh, I'm going to do this too. Like, the conversation, communication saves us all. Like, what does Kendrick Lamar say in Poetic Justice? Something like communication say the word. I don't know. I'm going to have to think that. I'm going to come back to that. But the mental and emotional load of being a parent without support, I feel like is very toxic. And what?
But a supported parent builds a supported child.
Yes.
So again, that goes back to that,
I'm about to start rapping.
That goes back to like that point of like what you're doing in your home, like how you're taking care of yourself, what you're doing to that child, how you're pouring into that child, what resources you're giving that child.
Because I think sometimes, though, Paige, we do it unintentionally, or at least I have. I will look up and my nails not done, my hair not done. I'm not eating 3 times a day. When I am eating 3 times a day, it's stuff that I know is just not good for my health. It's making me sluggish. But in my mind, my baby is fed. My baby is clean. My baby's been to all her activities. My baby's been to school. My baby's room is clean. So I feel like I'm a good mom. Mm-hmm. But it's like not really, because like you said, what's the example that I'm setting to her? I'm not showing her a healthy woman. I'm not showing her a taken care of woman. Like, I feel like it's giving her mixed signals. Like, I'm just showing her how to be a strong mom. I'm not showing her how to be like a strong woman. And that's what I mean when I say like being strong just isn't enough anymore. Like,
no,
yes,
it's
we're
not.
strong, period. Continue on with the next sentence.
But I also think like with time it gets easier, and then you have to kind of like break up those tasks. Are those tasks consuming you? Are you looking, beyond, your household? Are we like going on care.com? Are we getting somebody to babysit? Are we having date night? Like, you got to go back to the
Paige
drawing.
over here dropping gems.
Hey.
Tiffany said being strong can be a weakness as well. I agree.
Oh.
I agree wholeheartedly. And I feel like I was one of those people that stood on the fact that I'm strong, and it was revealed. Like, girl, that's your weakness too. Like, don't be so strong that you can't ask for help. Don't be so strong that you can't take a time out for yourself. Like, I think it's hard to break away, but we have to learn how to break away. And to those parents that all you doing is breaking away, it's time for you to tune back in. Like, I don't want...
Yeah, for sure.
We've seen that parent too.
Absolutely. And Tiffany just gave me like a thought, right? I just was over here like, yeah, being too strong is a weakness, but strength without support turns into survival. How many parents do we have that are like operating like solely out of survival mode?
So y'all said like, well, who's like the parents' village, right? Is that what you said? Or like who's the mother village?
I think the grandparents.
But isn't it the same? Isn't it all in the same though? Like, I feel like a village is a village.
A village is a village, but I feel like children, for example, my mom me and Megan had a village, but my mom did not have a village. So,
but now your mom has a village because of you and Megan, right?
Now,
okay.
But growing up, she had not really, because she had people who would rally around us, but not her. She had no one that was like, well, Dad, what do you have going on? You know what I'm saying? You're a good mother. You deserve that break. Yeah. But she did have like
I feel like rallying is different from a village. It may be people in the village that rally for you, but that's not gonna be everybody's position.
So to me, the difference between a child's village and a parent also having a village is like, we were in a lot of extracurriculars. So she would have people that are like, I'll take the girls home today. We did homework. Don't worry, we fed them today. Things like that. Like, took a little bit off her plate, but
that's a village.
And I was just getting ready to say, you don't consider that being a village, because I mean, it was.
She didn't have like babysitters though. She didn't have like.
Who does?
That's
the millennial parents.
Everybody in your village. Everybody in your village not watching your baby though. For whatever reason. So.
And, you may have some folks out there with families that they cannot trust their, younger, smaller kids to go to uncle's house or auntie's house because of whatever. It may be some drug use. It may be some alcoholism. It may be some, undisclosed things that,
I get what you're saying,
some
Kari.
essay.
It's not, I get what you're saying. So I guess the whole thing is, parents have to know how to build their village. Build their tribe.
There you go.
Who get aligned with people who get it. Let's get aligned.
Yeah.
That's the village.
Yeah. So,
because I feel like some people, it may not be your family. It may not be. I just talked to a young girl. When was this? Saturday? I said she got to pay her mom to watch her children. Like hardcore cash.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, like, so each person's situation may look a little bit different. It may not be a pro bono. I'm dropping the kids off. I need this.
You don't know.
Man, just looking in the chat, but
let's look at the chat.
I guess it's just making me feel like thankful, because Talisha's like, people come see the baby, but like, who really checking on mom, like making sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like in our case, like, people was on that too. Like, people was buying you stuff specifically for like, after you had a baby, you gonna need this, and be like, damn, we did actually need this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit for you. Like, like, I want to say, like, I don't know if when you was pregnant, Terry, Tina, like, that was, you know what I'm saying? People was pulling up, mom to mom shit.
People was pulling up. I get that, but nobody was pulling up. Like, I feel like.
Because that postpartum depression can get.
I was about to say, like, I don't feel like nobody was pulling up. Like, you haven't had your nails done. Come on. You need a massage. Let's go. You haven't taken a day out for you. Let's go grab a book. We're out.
Wait, so like, I think like you got to structure your, situations may be a little bit different,
like,
but you got to know what kind of friend you got too. You got to know what kind of friend you have.
I feel like my friends knew that, and that's why they left me alone.
Oh.
Because I am.
Damn,
I
I guess
like
a
to
lot of
suffer
a
in
lot of women
silence.
don't have that.
A lot of women
No,
don't have it,
they
and I'm
don't.
like, we can create it. We can build it. Parents need villages too. Because who's really? This is just a call to the community.
It is
Who's showing up for the parent?
a roll call. Though.
Roll call.
Like what
You
you
done took your kid to school every day, all
Is it
day.
parents or moms?
How are you? Parents.
Men need love too. We not leaving the
I
men
guess I gotta
out.
speak for the men. I ain't
You
no
want a
man,
hug?
No, they just
no.
is like, that would have been nice for, women to have, and it seemed like a lot of women don't have that. So
I feel like men need it too, because I feel like men don't talk about their postpartum. Have you ever heard a man say, I had postpartum? You called it the baby blues.
Is
I
that
ain't never said that.
You was like, I feel like we got the baby blues.
so? Did you
said that
feel that
corny shit.
unanimously, or like did you just feel that? Like, were you feeling
No
sad?
baby blues.
That's what he called it when it was like, something's off right now. And he was like, I just think it's the baby blues, because I had made a comment.
It must have been the baby blues if I said that shit.
Because I had made a comment about like how he would like come in the house and go in the basement. And I'd be like, how the fucking long have you been here?
Yeah.
But when I was pregnant, that been, Chris, where you at? Where you at? And like, gotta come see me, rub my stomach, have you ate? And then it was like the baby was here, and he just kind of like, it was like seclusive, like, oh, only person gonna eat is the baby today. Only person. And I was like,
I don't remember any of this. Like, I feel like I had the baby. Like, I don't remember this.
God.
But probably not though, because you was at home, so you wasn't like, it was just, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all probably was, and I probably was like working and shit, you know what I'm saying? But
I do, and I made a comment like, I miss when I was your everything. And you was like, it's just the baby blues. You don't remember that?
Remember, dog.
Because now that we done made it out of it, he like, why would you ever want to do that again? Like, you don't want to have another.
But I think
Shout
I
out
could
to
kind of
him,
like empathize with him too, because like we neglect them like as wives, like they are neglected. Like you gotta wait the whole 6 weeks. You gotta, you know what I mean? Like, and don't be breastfeeding, because it's like,
no, the breastfeeding.
we ain't got time for this. I'm pumping right now. Like, so I could see that.
Desexualized because
Yeah.
I'm breastfeeding.
Oh
Yeah.
man. So I could see him. I could see a man or a husband or a boyfriend or someone in that position, like feeling sad, like you don't have the person like how you had them prior to like having the baby. So yeah, they need a village too. I agree.
Men need that village. Men need to have the conversation, because you know what? Healing starts not only in therapy. Like, healing can start in conversation. And I don't know if men really want to sit down and have conversations about how emotionally, like, what they went through postpartum. Because postpartum just means after birth. Like, you can have postpartum depression. You can have postpartum weight gain.
no.
You can
Okay.
have postpartum, whatever. Postpartum literally just means after birth. And
Right.
and a lot happens after birth, but I don't think men are really talking about what all is happening after birth.
But like
women.
from what you described, like, I don't know. I don't remember like feeling like the blues. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
But-
yeah,
I mean,
because
we
that's what Talisha just said. He was. Well, you described my feeling as the baby blues,
Right.
but she said you guys maybe feel more pressure, and that you don't really have the sadness like we do, because ours is a hormonal change.
Oh, and then like that happens rapidly. Like, did you feel like how rapidly like the change happened? Like, and I
saw it.
like
yeah, it was rapid.
it was rapid. It's like, oh, I'm not pregnant anymore. It's like, whoa, you know.
It's like, I'm not pregnant anymore, but I still look pregnant. And then it's like
Yeah.
the breastfeeding journey is just something completely different.
I was probably more so just like I don't remember me feeling like a way. When you said, I said you felt like the blues.
Well, when I was like, you don't come in, you don't talk, and you was like, oh, it's just the baby blues.
I don't know, like, what did
He
I
read a
mean
book.
by that?
He read a book.
Maybe I
He
did.
read several
I did
books,
read a
though.
lot of
He
books,
did
so
read
I probably
several.
did
We
know
took
the synopsis
classes.
on the
He
shit
read
at that
books.
point.
We was like, Riley Ray, we gonna be ready. She got here, and we was like,
They
Well,
it was
didn't
like
say
we were
that.
prepared for
I
everything.
feel like
But the one thing,
But actually her being here, we knew how to get her here. we knew the thing. But like once she got here, it was a lot that I'm like, I don't think a book could have prepared me for this.
You know what? I wrote that in my notes too before I got here. Like parenting does not come with a handbook. So like,
it does not.
You know, you need your going back to the village. You need your village to kind of say, hey, you know, like you got that diaper on backwards, or hey, so, I think Trenton put a couple diapers on backwards. Like
I done seen a few things, man.
Kari used to spill the breast milk. They used to piss him off so bad. Oh my God.
No,
I did it like mad. 2 or 3 times, man.
No, that'll piss me off.
He was angry. He was so mad I couldn't even be mad.
That's why I got so mad, because I knew like if you can't get madder than me, then you can't really be mad at me.
Hey, that's a good Jared.
That's a Gemini.
Like, trust me, like I'm the one that gotta use it.
True, because I got boobies. I could just be like.
And not only do you have boobies, but you refuse to pump. So
I did not refuse.
You was a nurse and
that
only.
Is a part of our baby
Riley was
blues.
nursed
Pumping
only.
was so hard for me.
Pumping was
from
hard.
From a man's mindset, you're refusing to pump.
It's a commitment. Like it's like a commitment. And
so is breastfeeding.
Oh God. But it's easier to breastfeed. Like my last child, I breastfed for 23 months. And like when I tell you, I could just be like, here, and not have to.
I can't wait to do it again. But
oh, come on, Christian,
so
baby
I
Christian.
put down in my notes as far as what we can do for. Yeah, she's changed his name. It's not Christopher. It's Christian. So what we can do as far as helping parents get this village is, parents, it's okay to verbalize needing help without feeling guilty. Therapy and emotional check-ins, parents' night out, such as self-care, or just like real community things. I'm real big on community. I love getting together, popping some popcorn, and girl, what's been up? Hence girl talk. But that's my form of like life and therapy. So
I think you have to give yourself permission to, before you can do all of that, you have to give yourself permission to like feel. You are entitled to feeling your feelings. And no, I'm not a psychologist, but I'm just saying like that it's just come with many years, like holding the mirror up to yourself and just saying like, hey, how can I help myself get over this hurdle? How can I heal my inner self, my inner child? Like, what does that look like?
Heal that inner child. And one big thing that I like to say about feelings is feel your feelings, right? But they're not facts. So just because you feel some way about yourself, that doesn't necessarily mean that's what you are, or that's what it is, or even that's what it's always gonna be. Like, that's just a feeling. Like, okay, you mad right now, but you're not a mad hoe. Like,
yeah, right. You just mad.
You just mad. But you know something else parents can do to help find their village?
How?
They can meet us Saturday.
Hey, come on out.
Y'all can meet us Saturday.
We would love to have you, love to see you, love to gift you, love to provide you with resources, love to
love on you.
Yes, and push some goals forward. We want to push your goals forward. We want to leave you with a little token. And we have some really great people who are hosting as well. Yes. Nerdy Boy is actually on, and he's supporting us right now too.
What's his name?
Andrew. He's on. His business is Nerdy Boy Creations, I believe.
What you call
Andrew, drop it in the chat, because I don't want to.
Andrew, we're most excited about you.
Man, I'm telling you, like, he is so instrumental, but like inspirational, like.
And I like, you know what I like about him? Like, he's really good with words. When I was like explaining girl talk and I was kind of like all over the place, and then he just came in and was like, that's necessary, these open forums for people. I was like, oh
yeah,
describe it back to me, sir. Like, I like that. So guys, y'all know it wouldn't be girl talk unless I had a little bit of mess,
a little tea.
So same old story, new faces. We got Cardi B and her, I don't even know, he's not her boyfriend, she don't claim him as a boyfriend, just her boo, Stefan Diggs. And they're on the boat with drugs and women, and Cardi got the girls and they half naked and they all dancing on her. And then Stefan, I don't even know how many little pink pills was in that bag, but he looked like a pusher. It was so much.
What do we suspect that is? Is that ecstasy, Molly?
Ecstasy.
What is
That's
it?
Molly.
Oh, Molly.
Okay.
Pink Molly.
Okay.
Ladies, if you see the Pink Molly run, ain't nothing good coming after that Pink Molly came out. Nothing. I'm like, here we go again. So my thing is, do we just accept this toxic pattern from celebrities? Because just what was that, last week? Or was that 2 weeks ago? We were crying, real tears for Cassie. But now we see Cardi doing it. And I just want to know, why isn't anybody crying this week? Why don't we have tears for Cardi?
The people are tired. The people are tired. But this kind of like loops back to like our parent symposium too. It's like, what are we teaching our youth? This is all over social media. What are we teaching our youth? Like, how do you curb that? What do you think?
You don't celebrate it. This is my whole thing. You posting this stuff, but would you want your baby to be the girl? Because he was like, he had the Pink Molly. He was dangling in their face. He was like, what's my name? They was like, Daddy. And he was like,
Stop.
what's my name? And they was like, Daddy. He was like, no, Mr. Make It Happen. And then he was like, they were like, Mr. Make It. And it's like, do you want your little girl doing that? So don't repost.
We're going to refer to it as a substance moving forward.
A substance.
Can we hear from the dads?
The substance.
That's crazy.
Oh,
because like, what are we canceling?
dad.
What does this mean for Stefan as far as the NFL world?
So for me,
like,
I
are
just
y'all
feel like,
still rocking with him, Curry?
I mean, I wasn't necessarily rocking with him.
Is
that
he
much
gonna get donkey of the day on Hot Takes?
But no, he ain't gonna get donkey of the day on Hot Takes. But it definitely is like, I don't know, man. Like, you taking, like, the risk you taking, is that shit really worth? You know what I'm saying? What you're really risking is my question. And I kind of said this when Offset posted, like, it was like him and a bunch of chicks, and like he looked like, you know what I'm saying, out of his mind. But I'm just like, bruh, like, do y'all not see what's happening around in the world and the industry and in the legal system right now, dog? Like, it's not the move, bro. Like, it's
celebrated. I feel like we are. I don't understand how we're canceling Diddy and we're not canceling these people too, because it just makes it seem like it's fake outrage. You're not really upset about the disrespect of the women. You're not really disrespect about the overusage of substances. You're not really upset about how people get with these celebrities like Diddy, and people wave drugs and money in their faces, and it's okay. They're not really upset about it. So quit crying Cassie tears is all I want y'all to do. Or
I think a lot of people's perspective might have changed on her a little, you know, as this shit goes on. But, you know, but
Cassie,
I do feel what you're saying, though. I do feel what
she might be delivering that baby behind all of this mess.
I feel so bad for that baby.
She did. She already had the baby.
Oh, she had the baby?
I'm not up to date.
Me neither. I feel so bad because babies be feeling stuff that we going through while they in that womb. They really do. And now you got to relive your drug addict days.
Yeah, that's crazy. But
that's what we're labeling her, like a drug addict. Like,
well, she was a drug. I said reliving her drug addict.
No, for real.
Yeah, she was. That's what she said, basically. She said
she was drugged up. She was doped up. The things that she was doing and the things that she was saying.
My thing is, I agree. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, which is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we outraged? Are we trying to, like, not have these situations, or do we really don't give a fuck and like, oh, that shit look lit? Or
you feel me? What does it say about our culture?
Or, you know what I'm saying? That's none of my business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what does this say about our culture, man? Consistent. I want our baby girls to know, like,
our baby boys too.
Right. What's the message for the baby boys?
This ain't really no culture shit for real though. This is just like money and
overall.
Access, huh? White people do the same exact shit.
It's disgusting, and our culture is better. So we need to.
Do you think? I think
better than this. We better than this. We not better. We better than this.
I don't get canceled. For me, my thing is like to the daughters is like just that's just the situation that you want to try to raise your daughter to not be in, because of like everything that come behind that shit. And at the end of the day, whether it's a male or a female, you got to try to raise your kids to not like sell their soul for money or for things. Like that's a struggle, you know what I'm saying? But that's gotta be like paramount. You know what I'm saying? To you raising your kids, it's like don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, my nigga. Like it's.
I'm just like we grew up. And people say Uncle Luke and them. You know, our mamas was hoochies too, but. We didn't grow up with like the Carishas and the Cardi B's. Like I didn't see people wanting so bad to be a thought.
The attention. I think it's the attention. It's the attention that they want.
We crave attention too. Adolescents, children want attention, but
they
I just don't think we did it like this. And I'm not understanding like what is happening, because this is a trend. Like, you know, all the women with the booties out now, it's a trend. Like, no.
I love when you go crazy on booties out. That's so funny to me.
It needs to be.
Watch, one of these days y'all gonna catch her with her booty out, man. She ain't gonna be to say nothing.
Oh wait, but I think we can't.
I feel like it need to be studied, like at weddings and in family photos. Like it's like that's crazy. That's crazy. It's an obsession. So my thing is, I don't want to repeat the cycle. Like what? I don't even know how to, you know, what happens. We go out and your kid sees Cardi B and them partying. Like, I don't even know how you combat that. Like, does it look as lit?
You gotta hold your.
It definitely look lit.
For sure.
Lie.
For sure.
I would have been on that boat.
I want to be on the boat. No, you want to drive the boat? You know.
I would have been on the boat saying, "Oh my God, no pink Molly for me." Like,
definitely look lit, but it's just. You know, I don't know, man. Shit, partying responsibly, I guess, but with certain elements, it's just like everybody open themselves up to, you know what I'm saying, shit that you really don't want to go down. So
I just think the hardest thing with like raising children is the fact that we are in a constant state of relearning, unlearning, and healing ourselves. Like there's so much that I'm trying to unlearn while I teach her. So it kind of feels like a little bit I'm already behind the bar.
You gotta hold the people to the same standards, like in online as you do offline, right? Yeah. And then these people are like reaching for clout, so they have to understand. And I think that's. You're kind of right. We are behind the ball because social media is beating us to it. That's why we gotta be upfront. That's where that communication piece comes from. That's where that village comes from, because what you can't get from your at home, your mom, your dad, maybe somebody in your village can relay that message to them and it resonates with them better than mom. It feels like mom and dad are scolding me at home. But Auntie Meg might be able to spit some bars, might be able to resonate. It might be able to.
That's when you pull it full circle. It's a village.
Yeah,
it's a village. And Paige, you just said a bar right there. We have to make. You said what, baby?
They said y'all look beautiful, and Paige's skin is amazing.
Oh,
thanks, Yada.
This is my twin.
Hey,
don't we look alike? No, but Paige, you just hit it on the nail, because I feel like real life has to hold more impact than social media.
Yeah, but we have to be able to divide the two. And right now, those lines are blurred for like these, what is it? What did we say? Gen Z?
We did all of that.
Gen Z?
Remember what they are?
I think it's Gen Z.
What is like 15, like,
oh no, I suck with this. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it was Gen Z,
I don't know.
right?
I don't know what generation I'm in. I don't know a damn thing.
Yeah, fire truck, get on your stuff.
That's it. I know my mama a baby boomer, nigga. That's it.
What's crazy. That's so funny. We was having this conversation at Live, and that's exactly what I said.
Shit, be some baby boomers at Live. That was appropriate.
Oh,
okay. Well, I just feel like real life needs to be a lot more predominant in our children's lives than social media, and they're glued to their phones, rightfully so, because we are too. So I can't cry about it.
It's the culture.
It's the culture. So we fight it by doing things like hosting events, going to events, linking up, having conversations with one another, having conversations with our children,
and keeping your kids around each other too.
Yep.
Oh, Yada just said, you know, just staying prayed up too, like praying over your baby. Yeah. Like that's a piece.
People tell me all the time, give her back to God, baby, because you can't protect her like he can.
Yeah. When the door closes, when you know, when it's all said and done, when you can't reach them.
Yeah.
You got to put it in God's hands. I agree with that.
You know, I'm not going to say my biggest fear. I'm not going to speak that. But something that I am going to be conscious of when I do have a teenager is not micromanaging her. Trusting the child that I raised. You know what I mean? Like, that is something that's in the back of my head. Just seeing me as a preschool mom. I am very, very like, my baby, let me in. Well, what did she eat today? Like, so I'm like, that is something that I am like conscious of. Like, don't micromanage her. Trust her. What's your
all depends, man. It all depends. You gotta work with what the child give you, bro. Okay. To be honest, like if they need that level, then that's what you gotta give them. I would think that.
You say know your child. You so Paige, you're someone. All 4 of your children have different personalities. Or
they do.
You say
everybody has different personalities.
Or you say all 4?
Well, they all have different personalities, but 2 are alike, and the other 2 are alike.
So you say you have 2 different parenting styles then?
No, I have 4.
Oh, okay. That's what my mom tells me all the time. Like, you parent your child based on the child.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
What? Why I said my mom say that too?
Yeah. No, really, you do.
So what are you saying, Kari? Do you feel like we have the child that I'm gonna have to micromanage?
What I'm saying is the jury is still out, bro. The jury is still out. Like the jury is still out. I'm gonna be honest. The jury is still out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She's very sweet though, and like, you know, she wants to do good. She wants to do the right thing, and she's very honest, and she's very open with us. Like if something isn't right, she'll come to, even if she knows like,
this can get me in trouble,
you're not supposed to have candy, but somebody gave you candy.
She'll be like, I can have, or even if like he will tell her, don't tell your mama. What you think she gonna do?
The first thing she gonna do is come tell me like, hey dad, I got candy. Like, you know what I'm saying? She not like, oh no, like sneaky. She know like sneaky bad. It's funny, my homeboy, we call him Sneaky. He came over today and I was like, it's Sneaky at the door. And she was like, who? Like,
what's
Sneaky?
that?
I was like, that's his nickname. And she was like,
that's not a good one. Try again.
Like, she was like, what's your name? Like, with an attitude. And he was like, people call me D. You could call me D. She was like, oh.
She was so
what a relief. Yeah. What a relief.
She was like, your name is D. Hi, D. I was like, she's so happy.
Because I was about to pull them 2 in the room back there to say, we got to get him either out of here or we nailing stuff down right away.
She was so concerned. Like, sneaky is not a good thing. They was playing, he was practicing soccer with her, and he was like, Riley, you just got to get aggressive. You got to steal the ball. She was like, Dad, I do not steal. I do not steal balls. Like, that is not what we do. So, we do got that honesty, but, like, she got a little, you be like, what you in there doing? She 3 too, but
I mean, I think all kids are mischievous though. I mean, like, again, it is
come here that way.
He said you ain't gotta teach a child to sin. You gotta teach them how not to sin.
I don't think you can take, like, we are shaped in sin and iniquity, so there's no way that you can teach someone how not to sin. You just have to do better about being conscious about your sins and repenting. Like, you're not a robot. You cannot not.
Well, he not gonna say that. He wouldn't.
Somebody talking about Riley is so innocent.
She is, and is. Yes.
Hey, I'm glad y'all think that. You feel me? Like,
and I love her honesty, so she gets A.
No, blunt.
Thank you.
I don't want her to embarrass me in public for sure. So if she innocent around y'all, that's good. It's a step in the right direction.
So guys, we're almost at that 9:00 mark. I can't believe an hour flew like that, but I am very thankful for everybody that sent stars, everybody that commented. Kiara, you are very blessed with Yan. That's Yan. That's something like I say about Jai too. Like, sometimes they just come here just so like easy and good on their mommies, and you know,
what's easy? Please,
who?
Let's dissect easy.
Okay.
Easy as far as what? Who's easy?
She was just talking about like how kids can be easy. I want to know how.
My mom told me I was an easy child. Like,
what is that? What does that mean?
Trouble. I got good grades. I was not drinking. I was not sexting. Like, and she was not home. Like she had to work, and I was like, I held her down. I took care of Megan. The most she had to deal with.
Very rare. You're a rare specimen, especially in Detroit.
Hello.
Most
especially
things
on the
she
east
had
side
to
of
deal with
Detroit,
though. With
too.
y'all, I had that
With the
mouth.
YNs, you know, you ain't had no
like
YNs.
you said, define easy because I had that mouth. I had that mouth like you coming in. What time
that's
is it?
true.
And you had me here with your child all
Ain't no
night.
easy.
Like,
Ain't
that's
no-
a lot to
Ain't
deal
no easy.
with.
Ain't no easy.
Right.
So
I know
going
she
back
wanted
to-
to. I know she wanted to.
More like pick your heart.
So going right.
pick
So
your heart.
going back to Paige
Situational,
point,
like we said, everything. About
what
these
is
damn
easy?
kids.
Because I wouldn't call me easy, but I was a very well behaved young lady. I'll say
In
that.
some right.
Cardi
in
went to
some
high
regards.
school with me. He would describe it as I'm not even gonna put
A
my
lame.
Whoa.
I say
Chrissy
that-
definitely a lame.
I wouldn't say I was
She was
lame.
cool though. She was like cool. but,
Don't
like,
do my
cool.
girl.
I wouldn't call her a lame, but she was more like I would call her like not
Smart.
really nerdy, but more nerdy than a lame. You know what I'm saying?
See, she had a
Smart.
lot on her plate though because
Smart.
She
of
was a good
like
girl, though.
what she was dealing
Yeah.
with at home.
She
So
was a good
Smart,
girl,
and I
man.
was seeing my peers,
But she
just,
was still
like,
cool, though.
getting
She
unnecessary
was cool
drama.
though. It's crazy. I went over her house one time in high school, and
I ain't even gonna say what you was in my.
no, I won't say it either. But like, we never like dated or talked or nothing like that in high school. But it was some other friends, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
she was cool. It was funny. I met her mom and shit, and like, you know what I'm saying?
it was an
It's just-
experience.
I was
I mean,
cool. I was
Look at y'all
cool.
now though.
It was just
Man,
that
when we started dating,
she was cool, but
everybody
she was
from high
good
school-
though. Like she wasn't on nothing. But
Yeah.
like nobody ain't really try her because it was kind of just like
Weird.
you
It
felt
was
like
weird.
you knew she
I
was,
mean,
you
that's
knew
what
she
I
wasn't
was
on
saying.
nothing. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I had like a V on my head.
but it was
She's
crazy.
a virgin. Don't
be-
even try.
Because we was over her crib at like 10, 11, like late as hell at night. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yo, pink, you're like, you know what I'm saying?
My
Yeah.
mom used to always be like, I'd rather them come over here than you be out there.
That
And like
shit
she
was
just
crazy.
knew her daughter.
Lames unite, girl. Get off
Hey,
the
now.
Who said that?
Go to bed, Talisha. Go to bed.
See, another good girl. She be texting me with scriptures. Like, listen, we gonna wrap it up. But if tonight's combo hit home, we would love to see you Saturday. The event is free. Paige and I are leading 2 impactful sessions, so I'm very
The East Side gonna cancel me.
Uh-oh. No, they
Listen,
not.
These conversations matter, not just online, but in person too. I feel like it's even more impactful when it is in person, and we can feel each other's energy and feed off of one another. So I would love to see you, Paige. Is there anything you want to end us with?
I definitely would love to see you. I definitely want to gift you, see you, hold you,
Paige
hug
want to
you.
gift y'all. She said we gotta give these
Yeah,
people
we gotta
something.
give them some. The token of our appreciation, just rewarding those parents. It is a parent symposium,
It's
so you're
about
gonna
you.
leave fuller than what you came in. You might come in a little light, but we're gonna do some fun things. We're gonna push some goals forward. We have some resources that we like to give. We have some nerdy boy. We got him.
Get you together.
He's definitely like, oh my God, I
He
can't
gonna
wait to
teach
see.
y'all how social
I can't
media.
wait to meet him. He got y'all giddy. I can't wait to meet him.
Low-key.
Please don't call my husband. No.
But and Paige, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you for bringing me in and sharing your platform with me.
I love that you shared your platform with me and that we're collaborating here.
I don't
and
know how our parents separated us at birth, but
Okay.
I'm just so glad that our parent trap is like full circle and we're reunited.
I
Me
love that
too.
for y'all.
Absolutely.
I got my twin back.
Hey.
So when is the event?
June 7th.
Yes.
9 a.m.
Until 2 or 3. Was it 3? Let me look.
know
That's
what? 'Cause I
good.
got
They don't know when it is. They don't know
Because
what's
we've been
going on.
working, preparing for
Somebody
it.
said, "What's the details to the event?" I said,
So
"I don't
it's
even
June 7th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Hampton Inn by Hilton over there in Southfield. However, you do have to fill out the registration. I did link it, but you can DM me, you can DM Paige. We will make sure that you get the link so that you can register.
And we will
And it
make
should
sure
be
you
pinned.
get there.
Is it pinned?
It is pinned, but I don't know if it's hyperlinked.
Okay, so
But we'll fix
it's
that on the
pinned
way
and
out.
We'll
Oh.
fix that. Just leave me a star and I'll fix that.
I'm going to star your girl up.
All right, Corey, we can